morning, everyone. Welcome to our deep stretch class. Today, you will need a little bit of equipment. We're going to be using a stretching strap or some kind of variation of that you may have at home. So that might look like a bathrobe tie. It might look like a belt, something that is relatively long that you can hold on to. So take a pause if you don't have that yet and go search around your closet for what you can find. If you don't have a bathrobe tie or a belt, you might grab like a long rolled up towel, whatever you can hold on to that's going to be able to hook, say, around your leg for a stretch. So go grab that and then meet me standing up on your mat if you have a mat. You guys ready to get started? All right, we're going to begin with our strap in our hands. Clipboard issues here. There we go. So take your strap in your hands. Take your arms nice and wide. You can always change the distance that you have as we go through it, but for now we're going to start nice and wide so that you can get the strap all the way up over your head and back down behind your body with no discomfort. So start there. Find that spot that works for you. Maybe widening or making your grip a little bit more narrow. And just over and back. Thread it through. Maybe even connect your breath to your movement. Inhaling to bring it back. And exhaling to bring it forward. And as you start to get more comfortable, you can walk your hands in a little bit. Again, we're not looking for any pain. If you notice you're starting to twist to get it around, just loosen it back up a bit. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. And then take your hands a little bit more narrow, in a wide shape. Bring the arms over the head and kick the hips over to the right and tilt to the left. Side bend. Using that bottom arm to pull down gently toward the ground. Top arm is reaching toward the sky. And come back to center. Kick the hips to the left. Drop the hands to the right. Good. Take the strap and just hang it for a moment. We're going to take the arms forward and round the spine, reaching out in front of you as far as you can reach, and then pull the arms back, push the chest forward, open up. Kind of like a standing cat-cow, rounding everything forward as you breathe out, and opening back up, bringing the arms backwards towards each other as you breathe in. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. One last time. And good. Grab your strap once more. And take a wide arm grip again, almost all the way out, like if it was taut and you could reach both hands. Take a wide-legged fold and reach your hands toward the ground. If they don't make it, widen out your legs a little bit more. We'll keep our left arm on the ground and reach our right arm up. Then with control, connect to your core as you hover that bottom hand and just switch to the other side. Take another switch. And switch once more. Awesome. Bring both hands down to the ground. Let go of the strap. Let the head hang heavy. And walk your hands toward one end of the mat and walk your feet toward the other as you come into a downward dog and paddle out your feet. Find some stillness, letting the heels come down toward the ground, pressing into that yoga mat with your hands. And then come up onto your tippy toes and roll yourself all the way forward into a plank and lower down to your belly. Bring it with me. Once you get to your belly, we're going to take our strap in our left hand and hook it around our left foot. Couple options. First choice, you can hook it around your foot, and then if it's long enough, you're going to bring both hips down. That left hip might have come up, so turn it facing down, and you're just going to pull it straight, finding that tension, pulling the heel towards the glute. You can even lay down, make this a very passive stretch. If you're looking for a little bit more intensity, you can take your right forearm parallel and come on up, and then reach back. Sorry, the struggle is real. You can use either your strap or you can grab your foot for this one. Reach back and you're going to press into your foot as you lift your torso. So that can be done with your strap or you can grab your foot. Choose which quad stretch you'd like this morning. Some nice deep breaths. Fill that belly with air. Last breath in. And as you exhale, release the stretch and switch to the other side. Same stretch variation that you just took. Turning those hips both to face down. And breathing into the stretch. One last breath in. And an exhale to release. We're going to hook our strap around both legs now. and go around the ankles. And you might be able to do this one without a strap, but if you'd like to keep using your strap, or if you can't reach your ankles, you're going to press your ankles into the strap as you lift your chest. So everything's pressing against each other. Chest lifts, feet lift, and we come into this bow pose. You ready? You can also choose to grab your ankles if they're accessible to you. Here we go. Breath in lifts you up. Last breath in, and exhale, release. Awesome. Press yourself up to all fours. And slide your left foot forward between your hands. And sink down, letting those hips come down towards the ground. This heel is under this knee. Trying to keep a nice long spine. Maybe you're on the fingertips, or even if you have blocks, you can lift yourself up a little bit higher. Start to bend your back knee so that the heel comes toward the bum. Reach back either with your strap or your palm and connect with your foot. Pull that heel towards the glutes. Should be feeling a nice quad stretch, nice hip flexor stretch down that right leg. Couple more deep breaths. Breathe into the stretch. It's a big one. And slowly release. Take your strap to your front foot. Shift your hips back and straighten your front leg. Come up tall. And then use your strap to pull yourself gently forward into this forward fold. We're keeping a long spine. It's nice and straight. And we're just leaning forward, using that tension against the foot to almost keep us balanced and keep gently pulling on that stretch. And then come on up. We'll switch to the other side. So now the right foot comes forward and we sink into our hip flexor stretch. Bend your back knee and reach back with either your right hand or your strap in your right hand and connect with the foot. Start to pull it towards you. One last deep breath, fill that belly. And exhale to release. Hook the front foot, straighten the front leg. And we'll come into our hamstring stretch. Keeping that back nice and long. Just a gentle forward bend. And slowly release. Bring yourself all the way to a seated position and extend both legs. Hook your strap around your midfoot, and you can bend your knee gently if you need to, or not. It's up to you, whatever feels best for your forward fold. We're going to take an inhale to lengthen the spine, sit up tall. And as we exhale, we'll pull those elbows towards our body as we bring our chest down a bit. Thinking about using your inhale to lengthen and using your exhale to fold just a little deeper. And slowly sit on up. Now we're going to bend this will be your right leg, bend your right leg, and take your knee to face forward. Bend your left leg and cross it on top. You can bring your feet close in. Adjust yourself so that both sit bones are connected to the ground. And check in and make sure your legs are both relatively similar with where the heels are. You can start to walk your knee or your heels out a little bit, and that'll give you deeper of a stretch, or you can keep them in close to your body, but we're trying to align our knees one on top of the other. Once you find your comfortable seat, grab your strap, take it in your right hand, up over your head. Bend your arm, and reach, pulling your elbow to the midline. And if you're good here, you're allowed to stay, but if you want to, reach back and try to grab that strap. That's what it's here for. With your bottom arm, grab onto it. Maybe walk your way up a little bit, making it comfortable but still a stretch. And then once you're there, push your head back gently so that your chin comes away from your chest. And then start to fold yourself with a nice long spine slightly forward over the leg. No need to push this one by trying to connect the hands if they don't connect. Our shoulders are very fragile, so we don't want to push it past the point of just a bit of discomfort. Slowly come on up, release the bottom arm, and then the top arm, and release the legs. We'll switch, placing the left leg down first, coming on top of that right leg. Start by hugging the feet in so that you get the knees one on top of the other and making sure that both sit bones are connected to the ground. And if you'd like to enhance the stretch, make it a little deeper, you can walk your heels forward or not. That's up to you and whatever feels good for your hips today. Take your left hand with the strap, bring it up over the head, and help it for that initial tricep stretch. And keep the top hand where it is and slowly reach that bottom arm around to grab onto the strap somewhere. Take an inhale to sit up nice and tall, and an exhale to let the chest come towards the thighs. Keeping a nice flat back, staying nice and long through the crown of the head. And slowly make your way up and release the arms. Great. Come all the way back down onto your back. Turn myself a bit. And bring your strap with you. Let's start by taking both knees into the chest and just taking some small circles right and left, massaging that lower back. Then we'll grab our strap. With the left leg, you can keep it either bent and down or extended and down. Extended is probably going to feel a little bit deeper, so figure out what feels best for you as we move through these stretches. Take the strap and hook it around your right foot. We're starting here with the hamstring stretch. So we're pulling our foot towards our head only until the knee doesn't bend. Once it starts to bend, you've gone a little too far. So see how long you can keep it straight and pull it towards your head. Again, left leg can be bent or straight. So play around with that and find that place that feels like a good amount of discomfort but no pain. Just that good, hurts so good kind of stretch, not hurts so ow kind of stretch. take your strap in your left hand if it's not already. Keep your right hip down so your right glutes stay down as we start to drop the leg over to the left. As soon as you notice it starts to come up, that's when I want you to stop. So it's not going to twist all the way like we usually do. Keep both hips down, keep that right glute down. Just cross that leg over to the left. Feel a nice stretch down the entire side of the leg. Slowly come back up. Take the strap in the right hand and bring that leg over to the outside. Now the left hip stays down. Stretching out that inner right thigh. Maybe you place your left hand on your left hip to make sure that it doesn't come up. Maybe you close your eyes and tune in for a minute. Taking this time for yourself. Come on up back to center. And we'll let the strap come off the leg and switch sides. So if you kept your leg bent, then you'll do the same thing, bending that right leg and dragging the strap onto the left foot, or if you kept your leg straight, you can straighten it out. We're starting with that hamstring stretch. Pulling the foot towards the head, but keeping this leg straight. Not completely locked out, but just straight for the most part. You can always have a micro bend in that knee. Let your shoulders relax down towards the ground. Soften the muscles in your belly. And then keeping your left hip down and on the ground. Glute stays connected with the mat. Nothing moves. Take your right hand with your strap and just guide your foot slightly over to the right. It won't go far. You should feel that stretch all the way down the leg. Keep that left hip down. And then come back to center. Take the left hand on the strap and open that leg out to the left. sure to keep that right hip down. And come on up back to center, release the strap, and rock and roll your way up to a seat. Take your time to get there. I thank you very much for joining me for this deep stretch today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Wishing you the best of days.